Style secret number 1 to steal from the Kingsman: own your look. Seriously, in this movie, there are some pretty outlandish outfits. Yes, it supposedly takes place over 100 years ago, but there are certain characters in this movie whose looks, let's just say, would be challenging to pull off. That being said, they don't just pull off these looks, they look damn good doing it. From blue sashes to leather on leather to Rasputin wearing a dress with a full face of makeup, the guy still looks intimidating. My point here is a guy can actually wear pretty much anything, and if he wears it with enough confidence, he can pull it off. Now, am I recommending you go out there and wear a dress and makeup? No, what I'm saying is think through the image you want to send to the world. Then develop a uniform, a look, practice wearing this, and then wear it with confidence. In today's video, gents, style secrets you can steal from the Kingsman. Style secret number 2, timeless classics are always in fashion. Now, the movie supposedly takes place between the years 1914 and 1916, well over 100 years ago. Yet when you look at their average day-to-day outfits, what do you notice? You could still pull this off in 2021. Now, yes, in many situations, they would be a bit overly dressed, a bit too formal, maybe even a bit too preppy. But for many situations, that look would be fine 100 years later. The point here is that classic menswear doesn't change very quickly. And if you're going to make an investment in your wardrobe, one of the best places to start is to look at the classics, the things that are not going anywhere. That white dress shirt, going with a pair of dark denim, looking at boots, maybe looking at some dress shoes, some wingtips, a denim jacket. These have been in men's wardrobes for 40, 50, over 100 years. So guess what? You can spend a bit more money here and not feel bad that this is going to be outdated too soon. Now, that being said, there are certain accessories, certain things in a man's wardrobe that have kind of gone the way of the dodo. One of those items are suspenders. Now, of course, you can still find them out there, but most trousers are not made high-waisted and do not come with suspender buttons, and they're becoming harder and harder to find. So what does the modern man use to keep his pants up? Well, of course, the belt. Now, gents, there's a lot of different belt options out there, but you guys know my favorite, Anson Belt and Buckle. And why? Because of the innovation. So if you haven't checked these out, guys, you are in for a treat. What sets today's sponsor, Anson Belt and Buckle, apart from all the other companies out there is their micro adjust system. Basically, this technology allows you to have a holeless belt. You can adjust to 1/4 of an inch. And guys, this is just a much more comfortable and better looking experience. Seriously, you no longer have to deal with the antiquated system of the belt hole. Also, notice how the belt holes always get warped, how they get bent up and out of shape. It just doesn't look good as a micro adjusted belt. And Anson's a lot more than just micro adjust technology. Look at all the different styles they've got for straps. What I love is that you've got all these different strap options. You've got all these different buckle options. And since all of this is interchangeable, you have 3 buckles, you have 3 straps, 9 combinations right there. I love the interchangeable wardrobe. I love the fact that you have an interchangeable belt system here. Now, guys, if you're looking to get started with Anson Belt and Buckle, wanting to give this as a gift, they've got a great option for you right now. Any 3 straps with any 3 buckles. Now, normally Anson Belt and Buckle only gives you 2 buckles with 3 straps or 2 straps with 3 buckles. This is a bonus. So to take advantage of this deal, use that link in the description of today's video and use it or lose it. This is not going to be around forever. And when it comes to customer service, Anson treats you like family. Seriously, if you have any issues, they're a family-owned business. You reach right out to them, they will take care of you. And gents, if you don't believe me, check out the reviews. They've got almost 30,000 reviews online. People raving about their customer service, about the quality of the belts, how they're the most comfortable belts they've ever owned. And gents, little known fact, one of the first videos I ever put on this channel was an unpaid Anson review. I just simply love their belts almost a decade ago when I found them, and to this day, they've been just a great company to work with. It's an American company that's family run, so check them out. Use that link in the description to get the best deal on the web. Check them out. Awesome company, Anson Belt and Buckle. Proud to support them. Next style secret to steal from the Kingsman: function leads fashion. So with a lot of these unique looks we see in the movie, one of the things I like about this is they're actually pretty accurate. And it just goes to show how a lot of the materials, a lot of the clothing that we use has a history to it. And what was that history? Let's take the leather on leather. Why do people wear leather? Because for the longest time, it was incredibly durable. It could take a beating. It was something that would protect the skin, yet it was malleable. It was something that could move with the body. So if you need something that's going to keep you warm, it's going to help, you're up flying, Why? You want something that's going to keep the wind out. You look towards a leather bomber jacket. And even reiterating that earlier point about classic menswear, when you find something that's functional, something that looks good, something that over time has evolved to complement the male, the masculine build, and all of a sudden you're able to put this on, what you're putting on is a bit of history. And that's what I love, classic pieces that have that functional history. And when you find those, it's worth investing a bit more and wearing them just with confidence, practice wearing them, and all of a sudden you can bring them into your wardrobe. The next style secret to steal from the Kingsmen, pay attention to your hair. Do you notice that even after jumping out of a plane, landing on the side of a cliff, their hair is always on point after a big fight? Look at them. I mean, the hair looks good. You could save the world and your hair still needs to look good. Why? Because grooming matters. Seriously though, it's funny how that movie magic works. You just save the world, fight all these bad guys, yet your hair is perfectly in place. But I think what it does show is that we have an idea, we have an image of what a good-looking man looks like, and his hair being on point is key. So schedule those times to go in and see the barber. Maybe go for a haircut that's going to be really easy to keep in place. Use a product that keeps your hair in place and really enhances the look overall of your hair, and make sure you choose a style that complements your face shape. Now, gents, if you've enjoyed any of the Kingsman movies, do me a favor and smash that like button. By engaging with these videos, it reaches more people and it lets me know to create more videos like this. Oh, and down in the comments, I'd love to hear from you guys on the most iconic looks, the most iconic moments in the Kingsman movies. Seriously, your favorite parts from any of the movies, let me know down below. The next style secret to steal from the Kingsman, the right shoe for the job. So you're on the side of a mountain, you need a shoe with grip. If you live in an area that gets a lot of rain, you get a lot of snow, maybe look at boots. I think boots are such a great piece to have in a man's wardrobe, but a lot of guys default maybe just to running shoes. They don't really pay attention. Guys, so many options when it comes to footwear. It's the foundation of your wardrobe, and you want to find pieces that not only look good, but are functional. Maybe have those rubber soles, you can get more grip. And this applies to dress shoes as well. I do really like a leather sole, but maybe having some rubber right there at the bottom to be able to give you grip, especially if you're in the city, if it rains a lot, or maybe you want to find a pair of galoshes. Tons of options out there that can help make sure that you not only take care of your footwear, but it looks good when you're wearing it. The next lesson to take from the Kingsman is that people judge a book by its cover. The way that you dress, the way that you present yourself, the way that you look, people are going to make a snap judgment. We see this again and again in the Kingsman whenever they come up to the tailor shop. What happens first time they see it? They're like, what is this place? We must be in the wrong area. They have an expectation of what this place is based off of what they see. Then they go in and they're surprised. Human beings do this all the time. We see people and we judge them. We not only judge them, but we put them in a box of where we believe they're at on the success scale, in terms of what they're going to offer us, in terms of where they are. And we do this naturally simply because it's a shortcut. It allows us to be able to make sense of all the information being thrown at us. But this can be incredibly wrong. But what you want to do is make sure that every time you get dressed, you use this to your advantage. Remember Susan Boyle? Everyone had an expectation of how Susan was going to sound based off of how she looked. Yet when she opened up her mouth and she sang, all of a sudden people were blown away because it went against expectations. She was fighting against the tide. You don't want to be looking, like someone that doesn't belong. And then, because most of the times you will not get Susan's chance. She had a chance for people to hear her. Most people will not listen to you if you do not look the part. If you don't dress in a way that people are going to respect you, then you're going to find a lot of people aren't even give you time to explain yourself. So don't shoot yourself in the foot. Always dress in a manner that you are going to put your best foot forward. The next style lesson to steal from the Kingsmen, the details matter. So what do we notice? They've got a special ring, a ring that the vast majority of the world would not notice, but other people pick up on, especially other Kingsmen. They all of a sudden know, hey, you're part of a club. Understand that whether it's a watch, whether it's an additional piece of jewelry, whether it's just a small style detail with color that you put on your clothing, all of a sudden you're going to join a club. People that pay attention to these small details. There's all different groups out there, all different things. You see it with memes, you see it with maybe things you hear, whatever it may be. It's something that you pick up on. Now you get to choose what club you're going to be a part of. But I do recommend that if you have aspirations to be successful, that you understand what those signs are. I'm not saying you go out there and just buy a really fancy watch because you want to aspire to be successful, but I am saying pay attention to those small details. We saw this in the military. If he doesn't pay attention to his uniform, you bet he's not going to pay attention to the inner workings of his rifle. He's not going to clean it out. And if you've got rust on the inside of your rifle, then that thing is not going to be able to fire. Yes, I know that's judging a book by its cover, but we all do it, and it's something that you want to make sure that your cover sends the signal, sends the message you want it to send. The next style secret to steal: manners maketh the man. Seriously, manners matter a lot. And I love that they bring this saying in. And if you want to hear me explain it in full detail, check out this video right here where I explain modern manners that every man needs to know. And I talk about the definition where this actually comes from. So it's a good video. Check it out, guys, right here. I had fun putting it together, and it's a good one. Yes, click right here. Good one. Come on. Come on. It's bad manners to leave me hanging like this. Click the video. Go check it out.